We are recording, and we are live. What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of the Hot Stove Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Nunez, along with my co-hosts.
It's Mark.
It's the best trivia guy in the world, Austin. Dominating trivia.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll sit here in silence.
Oh, me?
You and Connor.
Sorry.
Where's Connor?
Sorry. Connor may not be. I'm currently, trying to find a clip. My bad. I just completely zoned out. It's not. I should be good enough to be able to do two things, but I was not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And here I am.
Connor's here.
No video. You don't know where the hell I am. You don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Connor, how come you got no video this week?
Yeah, I can't show my face.
Why is that?
Okay.
I burn it all off.
Oh,
I think that makes for even better video.
that's content right there.
Yeah. Podcast, but his face is burned off.
Yeah. Think we could do like a clickbait title?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
Yeah. That'd be kind of good. Anyways, we're back with a fairly normal episode this week. I know last week we were operating with the skeleton crew, but still put out some fire, I think last
it
week
was some heat. It was
pretty
some heat.
good. Yeah.
True.
We do have some trivia today, supplied by Mark. But before we get into that, I'm just going to go over the results from our FanDuel contest this last weekend. For some reason,
all FanDuel contests.
apparently it was a winner take all, even though I definitely didn't set it like that. Austin won the contest with 155.22 points.
Yeah.
I came in second with 144.14. Mark came in third, half a point behind, 143.68.
If
And
Chris
Josh-
Carson doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, and
That's
Josh
all that
came
is.
in last with 87.42. Josh,
Another rough week for Josh.
what goes wrong?
I keep picking Gardner Minshew, I guess. I don't know. CD was a tough pick this week, and I had Aaron Jones in my roster, and I'm pretty sure I placed him with Mike Davis, so that didn't help me.
That didn't go great. But we're looking at a bounce back this week. So
Nope, probably not.
we'll go with our we will talk about our lineups later in the show. So Austin and Josh, who have not submitted their lineups yet, go do that at some
I
point.
submitted mine last week. No,
All right.
actually, I responded to. He sends out a group text for all of us, and I responded that I don't gamble.
Which
I
is
don't know where
such
he got this. I don't know where he
horse.
got this lunacy from, but
It's
I'm
baloney.
not a gambler, so I will not be participating this week, as it is now set for money. Apparently,
After that parlay.
It's always been set for money.
After that
Yeah,
parlay
this-
in the
this
Sunday
this,
Alright.
is the
night
first, this is the first week he set it for money, so I'm out. Actually,
Not true. Austin won $18 this last week.
let the fans know I am not a gambler, and I will not be part of this degeneracy.
Is this Austin's new brand? Is this anti-gambling Austin?
Yeah, that's his new bit.
New brand. This is Austin.
Anyways, we'll get into our lineups later in the show. But for right now, we're going to do some trivia.
All right, gentlemen, I'm very excited for trivia this week.
Now,
Also, I believe this is just me and you.
Yeah, it's just Josh and Austin because
Okay.
Connor and Zach already know the answers.
Oh
Okay,
man, this
This could go on for a while. All right.
So all baseball trivia, as you know, that's my specialty.
Okay.
Ty Cobb is one of two players to reach 400 stolen bases and 100 triples before the age of 30. Who is the other?
that's the question you got? That's insane.
What a ridiculous stat, right?
Wow. Okay.
400 stolen bases and
100
100
triples
triples. I didn't even know people got 100 triples
before
in their
the age of
career.
30.
Before the
Ty
age
Cobb
of
and
30.
this guy.
so he's got to be just an old dog. In my
No.
mind, he's
Very much not an old dog.
Ricky Henderson.
No.
I really don't understand it because I just don't understand how a guy could have 100 triples before the age of 30.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Carl Crawford.
Cole Crawford.
Yes!
You rat bastard, Mark. You rat. Before the show, I asked Mark, I said, there better be one for Carl Crawford. And you said, sorry, Josh, not this week. You
I
vet
didn't say not this week. I
bastard.
said sorry, Josh. I never said not this week.
rat.
That's true.
It's
Carl
Carl
Crawford.
Crawford. Him and Ty Cobb.
Carl Crawford and Ty Cobb, the only two players in Major League history with 400 steals?
400 steals and 100 triples before the age of 30.
Come on.
Insanity. Mark, how many more questions do you have? How many questions do you have in total?
I have 3 more questions, but there's a boatload of points up available for tonight because one has 2 answers and one has 3.
Okay.
It's over. I'm dominant.
So the next one, there are 2 players who were active within the last 5 years to have over 500 career stolen bases. Who are they?
2 players over the last 5 over the last how
I
many?
know one of. Can I
5 years.
Can I answer the one that wasn't told to me?
Yes.
Billy Hamilton.
No. 500 career stolen bases?
500 career stolen bases.
Can you repeat the question?
2 players that were active within the last 5 years.
Jose Reyes.
Yes.
Bingo!
Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. Billy Hamilton, different Billy Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah, the one from the 1880s. Yeah, he's got over 500. Is that the last 5 years?
1879, brother.
I had to go look at it, and I
1887.
knew that I saw that on the list, and I didn't realize there was more than one Billy Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, Jose Reyes was one of them.
Funny.
And there's one more.
That's money, dude. Oh man. Wow. I mean,
Speed demons.
Gerard Dyson.
No.
I'm just
This
thinking
guy's
of
good.
mascots.
This guy's really good.
Okay.
so not Coco Chris. Okay.
When did Alfonso Soriano retire?
It's not Alfonso Soriano.
That's another one. That's another guy in the B tier of hot stove names.
Yeah.
Alfonso
Carl
Soriano.
Crawford.
No, it's not Carl Crawford. I wish it was. I actually just looked it up. He had 480.
I was gonna
just
say he
looked-
had to be close to
Yeah, I
500.
just looked it up to see if he would like. he is-
500.
I didn't do a ton of research for these, so there might be another one that I'm forgetting about. But
I don't actually have another guess. I don't even.
I'm looking it up, so I'm
Austin, you got a guess?
okay.
yeah,
I just saw the answer.
Yeah.
Good player who's played a little bit longer than other players.
I'll give you a hint. He's been talked about the show fairly recently.
I don't know. Was it on the show or was it after?
Might have been after.
I think Bo Jackson was playing 5 years ago.
Oh no, it was when Austin, Mark, and I were just going on about stats last week.
Yeah,
Until
I
like
was-
1:30 in the morning.
500.
Sorry, it doesn't help.
500 stolen bases
Bases.
and played within the last 5 years.
Yeah, he was one of those players that
Impossible.
it was one of those players that we talked about when it came to the MVP races that they deserve to be a lot higher in.
Yeah, this gives me a really unfair advantage, and I still don't know the answer. How's that? I should know this. Wow.
At some point, I'm just gonna say the answer so we can move on.
I got nothing.
Can I get another hint? Can I get one more hint?
Yeah, American League. He's known as an American leaguer. He played for both leagues over the course of his career.
Yeah.
Outfielder.
Outfielder.
Yep.
Ichiro?
Ichiro.
Correct.
Bingo! My man.
Ichiro
Alright.
had 509 career stolen bases.
The one I have written third, I'm going to save for last because it's my favorite.
Okay.
So next one, there are 3 pitchers in the history of Major League Baseball to have their number retired by multiple teams. Who are they?
I know one of them because it's the one that
Mo?
I texted you, right?
Mariano?
Multiple
Technically,
teams.
technically-
Mariano.
No,
Technically,
that doesn't
Yeah, that counts.
I wanted half a point.
No, Jackie Robinson's number is retired by everybody, not Mariano Rivera's.
They have the same number.
It was Jackie Robinson's number.
All right, we'll make a note that on a technicality, I'd like the point, but we'll move further. Nolan Ryan.
Yes.
Okay.
He's with the Angels, Astros, and Rangers.
I would have guessed Rangers. Okay.
Mark, is one of them the one that I texted you?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Did they retire Roy Halladay's number?
Not yet.
Okay.
He'll join this list
Okay.
eventually, but I don't.
That's what.
believe-
Yeah, I didn't know if they would have yet.
I thought Toronto did already.
Yeah, but I don't think Philadelphia has yet.
I see.
Wait, so why is that no good?
Because not yet.
Oh, but
Yeah,
Toronto.
it's only one of the two has retired his number, as far as I know.
Pitchers that have
No,
multiple.
in every team, multiple. My bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
not the-
never mind. Roy Halladay is one of them. I
Oh.
missed him on the list, so there's a point.
Josh
Alright.
gets a point.
Austin, you gonna make a guess here?
I got nothing.
Oh, nope, never mind. Take away that point.
Son of a. What?
In late 2017, the Phillies announced that use of uniform number 34 would be suspended for the 2018 season.
Whack.
They didn't retire the number.
Wow.
I mean, this is two technicalities in the question.
That man threw a postseason no hitter for them. Whack.
He did.
It
Against
is
the Reds.
whack. He's also dead. Dead.
Whoa.
Retire the number.
Whoa.
No,
So
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
whack.
Retire
Oh,
the
okay.
number. Like,
You know, it is whack. He's dead.
it's also whack that he's dead. I'm just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
for
I
real, though.
cried.
Multiple teams.
Yeah.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. All right, Mark, it's hint time.
It's bad. I mean, this is bad, man.
I'll give you the hint for the one that isn't the one Nunez texted me first. His number was retired by the Braves and the Cubs.
Huh.
Probably most well known as a Brave, but actually pitched more years for the Cubs.
Then I don't like my guess.
What was your guess?
John Smoltz.
Yes.
Same era.
Tom Glavine.
No,
Wasn't that the same era?
it was
Oh.
the same era.
Oh.
It's the one who's the best out of those three.
Greg Maddux.
Greg
Yeah.
Matt.
God.
That for some reason the name wasn't coming to mind.
And the other one has a mustache.
Name the.
True.
Gardner Minshew.
No, a better mustache.
It's a handlebar mustache.
Randy Johnson.
Oh,
No.
No. I'm looking at
Didn't
a
he have a
picture right
mustache?
now.
He had a mustache. He didn't
Didn't he
have a
have a
handlebar.
must?
I don't. Oh, God forbid I say one of the best pitchers of all time that got retired by a team.
Yeah, I'm
He had a
surprised Randy
mustache.
Johnson isn't on that list.
I
Had a
don't think
mustache.
the Mariners retired his number.
Yeah, it's
This
kind of
better
whack.
be a better pitcher than Randy Johnson for that answer for that response. This
Um,
last pitcher better be a much better pitcher than Randy.
He's
I
not.
will-
I'm telling you that right now.
I don't know if it's possible.
That's
I don't know
disrespectful.
if it's possible for someone to be a much better pitcher.
Yeah.
than-
This is
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
There's
I
about
mean-
6 people who are a better pitcher than Randy Johnson. So.
He had his number retired by Oakland and
Oof. Give me something good here. A good second.
I assume Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's Oakland and Milwaukee.
Oakland and Milwaukee.
I only say that because he won the MVP with Milwaukee.
This is a pitcher.
He's a
Oh.
reliever.
This is a closer.
Trevor Hoffman.
No, earlier.
There's a reliever, a closer who won MVP.
What?
That's
Yeah.
the only
What was
guy I
it,
can think of.
81?
Guy, it's like second most saves in the year.
What was it,
81, yeah.
1936?
Yeah, why am I getting scoffed at here?
1981.
That's like the second
1981.
most saves in the league.
You think I could name a reliever for the Brewers in 1981?
Should I be able to? Like, is this guy a monster? He's got a mustache, Austin.
It's a guy that Nunez mentions once a week.
What?
If you haven't been able to tell, there's a theme
right.
with the trivia
right.
answers.
I'll tell you guys
tonight.
the answer. The answer is Raleigh Fingers.
Oh,
Oh my god!
son of
I
a.
just found as many questions to suit the answers.
Yes, so that's how it's.
If you couldn't tell, there's a hot stove related theme to these questions.
And we're still getting them wrong.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
how
Remember
bad
one
we
week? Remember how I say every week we got to do Carl Crawford trivia. We got to do Jose Reyes trivia. That's what Mark is doing this week.
The last question is my favorite question because there were no actual trivia questions around this player. This former speedy outfielder is the only major leaguer to come out of Pierce High School in Los Angeles, California.
Coco Crisp.
Yes.
Come on.
There's no adequate Coco Crisp trivia.
I mean, you could just say his career stats. The only player to bat exactly 214 with this amount of home runs and RBIs.
And
this
somehow 390 stolen bases or whatever.
There you go.
So yeah, the answers were Carl Crawford, Jose Reyes, Coco Crisp, and Raleigh Fingers.
Correct. Balanced, just as everything should be.
I'll get for the next couple at some point in the next couple weeks, I'll have some Alfonso Soriano trivia too.
Yeah, we also need to get a different Scott Podsednik trivia question. Bye, Josh.
No, I'm here. Don't worry about it.
Here,
What's going on over there?
That's messed up. Yeah.
I just want to point out this is complete non sequitur. There we go. This is a complete non sequitur. I gotta make sure I remember the name. Syracuse football is playing Wake Forest this week.
Are they favored? Is Wake Forest favored by 30?
Probably. But Wake Forest has a D lineman by the name of, I want to say it's Bubba Basher. And it's just the greatest football name I've ever heard.
My new
That's
favorite
great.
player.
It's a great name. Give me 1 second. I'm about to change my picture too. So after that, what we're gonna do now that we are there we go.
Raleigh.
Raleigh? Yeah.
There it is. That's the Raleigh Fingers mustache.
That's pretty beautiful,
Gross.
actually.
Yeah. So there it is. So now it's time for everyone's favorite segment. One we debuted last week.
Where's your college? Whose college?
What did you say? No. We're not
No.
playing Guess That College. We
Oh, okay.
are playing. We're not playing. We are doing the Hot Stove Film Room.
Hey.
Connor wasn't here for last week. We debuted a new segment where we'll try to do it every week if we can find some stuff, to talk about, where somebody from the show presents some sort of film from the last week in sports, and we watch it and we break it down on the show. We actually have 2 clips this week, both submitted by Josh.
Sorry, it's Boogie Basham, not Bubba Basher. It's Boogie Basham.
That's even better.
Yeah, it's just incredible. For a D
both-
lineman, are you kidding me?
Yeah, both clips submitted by Josh. Mark was the one with the recommendation for this first one. But anyways, we're going to talk about 2 things. First of which being Game 4 of the World Series, which was on Saturday, right?
Mhm.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Saturday. We're going to talk about one of the most insane sequences you'll ever see in your life as a baseball viewer. So let me share my screen real quick here. And we will get into it.
China Hole. Are you on DHgate?
Yeah.
Nice. No, I gotta go on there too for the holiday season.
I just have it open all the time. I haven't been on it recently.
Oh.
So is video and audio, those are both good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are we
All right.
sponsored by Pinterest? Or?
Yes, we are.
We're sponsored by Pinterest. So what we're going to break down here is the last minute of baseball in Game 4. Bottom of the 9th, Game 4 of the World Series. Brett Phillips is up at the plate. Kenley Jansen is on the mound for the Dodgers. And at first, I don't remember who's on first. On second base is Randy Rosarena.
No,
first base
Arozarena's
is
on
already-
first.
Yeah.
I believe Kiermaier's on second.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You all right, Mark?
All right, so first we'll watch it in real time, and then we'll break it down afterwards, okay?
All right.
Born in Florida, trying to deliver for Tampa Bay. Jansen, that is into center field. Here comes Kiermaier. Phillips. Rose Arena coming around. stumbles. But the ball gets away. Tampa Bay wins it. Brett Phillips, game 4 hero. They never quit. It's unbelievable.
So, one of the
Great place to
craziest-
stop it.
see, what'd you say?
It's a great place to stop it with the
One of the
airplane.
craziest sequences you'll see in baseball, and we can watch the replay afterwards after we break it down a little bit. So let's break down basically where everything went wrong for the Dodgers, because that's kind of what you have to go here, because there are multiple places where things
Sure.
went wrong for the Dodgers in this play.
Yeah.
So first, Kelly Jansen had not been pitching well, first of all. So he throws the pitch, boom, it gets hit.
Yeah.
Rip it.
You could just play it at slow speed and not like
Can I do that?
Yeah, you
dude,
can adjust the speed play.
Playback speed.
We'll do it at 25%.
So go back
So-
to the start and then
So here we go now. Boom.
Oh
Right?
boy. He
First.
thinks he has it.
We
Yeah,
start
this
with
guy's
Chris,
got the ball.
we start with Chris Taylor in center field,
Mm-hmm.
who John Smoltz routinely called Mookie Betts afterwards, which was hilarious because he's bad at his job.
Yeah,
him and Joe
that's-
Buck make for such a terrible broadcast crew.
I'm the resident Joe Buck defender. I just think John Smoltz is not good.
That's fair.
Anyway, so Ripper, right?
Easy play.
Easy
sound.
play.
Easy routine play.
Mute the sound. Mute the sound.
Yeah, you might want to mute this.
Right. So Chris Taylor misses it first. He
Yep.
thinks he has it, doesn't realize that he misses it. At the same time, Kevin Kiermaier rounding third, he's going to score, right? Game's tied. He was going to score regardless of whether or not Chris Taylor.
Yeah,
was gonna do
game
that.
was already going to be tied.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves a tie game here. All right, so now here's what happens next. Chris Taylor gets it, yucks it.
Beautiful throw, honestly.
Beautiful throw.
For,
was.
for
Max Muncy cuts it off.
Yeah, I was going to say pause it here.
Yeah.
Why do you cut that ball off?
yeah, that was a
That
perfect
throw-
line.
That throw is on the money. He catches on the left side of his body. It's not like he reaches across like it was going to go past the catcher on the right side. You don't cut that ball off. That's a one hop throw to the plate.
Yeah,
A Rosarena is out 10 times out of 10.
Correct. So error number 2 for the Dodgers here. Cuts it off. Now, error number 3. Max Muncy
Really?
throws it.
Just a combination of just a bad throw to the plate and also Will Smith rushing.
Will Smith
Also-
threw it. Here's the thing. When you watch here, Max Muncy threw it to where Will Smith was,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
not to where he ended up.
And
Yeah,
then
which
I don't know why he would throw it there. It doesn't
I have
make
no
sense.
idea.
Yeah. I don't know why he threw it or why Will Smith's so far out of target. The throw doesn't look that bad. He's like 3 feet offside the plate right now. And the throw coming
That's-
in,
That's probably where the throw coming in was going to end up. He
You
was just
think?
getting in position.
yeah,
that's
but
fair.
that's
I mean,
still-
I would trust where the catcher is over my eyesight.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So Max Muncy throws it to where Will Smith is here, not to where he's going to end up at the plate. And then at the same time, Will Smith misses it. Boom.
While,
missed it.
while all this happening, Randy has slipped and fallen.
Oh yeah, we'll watch that clip.
yeah, we'll get to that.
Will Smith misses it and continues as if he had the ball, which he doesn't. It
yeah, he
bounced off
goes
the ball,
he
which
goes to the
doesn't.
swipe tag.
Yeah, he goes to the swipe tag. For Rosarena,
ball.
he's not even close to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
He's right there, actually. So ball gets out past the umpire. Rosarena realizes it, scores. The game is over. Great stuff. Now, at the same time as this cutoff is going on, you'll see here, Rosarena rounds third and was running so hard
Sniper takes him out.
that he just
I-
just
That's
wipes out.
snagged.
At the
Like-
first, yeah, before I saw the replay, or like before I saw the second replay, I figured he must have gotten held up like halfway through,
Yeah,
and then that's why
what
he
I was
stopped. But
thinking.
no, this guy, props to the third base coach for having some gongs and just trying
I
to
mean-
win this game.
To be honest, if he never fell, that would have been a really close play.
Yeah,
Like if Will Smith didn't drop the ball.
Yeah,
Yes.
if everything went right in a play where everything went wrong.
This is like Daniel Jones style, just like falling over.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another one we should have
Ran
broken
too
down.
fast for his shoes. It's a tough world we live in.
Still scores anyways. Rays win the game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it up. It was a lot of fun. Game 6 is currently going on right now. Tampa Bay's up 1-0 in the top of the 4th.
On another Randy Arozarena home run.
That's correct.
Can you go back a little bit, Nunez?
Yeah.
Back to the original play.
Yep.
And I want you to stop it right around where Taylor's about to throw the ball.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good throw. Now, once he picks it up. Also, there's no reason Chris Taylor should be in center field here if Bellinger's healthy, which he wasn't. He was out that game with an injury. He should have been playing center field. So, yeah, keep it going. When Taylor throws it here and it gets cut off, you'll notice Muncy catches it. Pause it. There's Kenley Jansen on the left side of the screen.
Yeah.
Not backing up the play. Nowhere wants nothing to do with
Look at him,
backing up
he's
this
just
play.
standing
Hey, he
there.
wasn't backing up third nor home. He chose to
he's
back
just
up neither.
standing in the middle of the diamond. Now, while he's standing there, if he wants to make himself useful, when Muncy catches that ball, Arozarena is on the ground behind him. Say, he fell. You've got time. You're supposed to communicate
Yeah, I think
with teammates.
that was weird for me too when Muncy turned and threw and didn't just see a Rosarina on the ground.
Yeah, well, Muncy's not paying attention to that. He's ball, turn, plate.
You're great,
Yeah.
but when he turns to throw, he can see a guy laying on the ground.
I don't
There
think
has to
so.
be
I think
some
he just moved too
instinctual
fast for it.
thing where you just stop.
No, I think he just moved too fast for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But for me, 90% of the blame on this play goes on Kenley Jansen. He's not backing up the play, which if he was, he would have been able to stop that ball once he gets past Will Smith. And he doesn't communicate. He doesn't say he's on the ground, he fell, you've got time. Then
He's a poor communicator through a meatball to start the whole play.
I mean, let's be honest. He gave up a game-tying hit to Brett Phillips.
That's where it starts. Right.
this entire play is on Kenley Jansen, in my opinion.
Well, see, Austin said it right when it could be on Dave Roberts for allowing Kenley Jansen to touch a ball in the 9th inning.
That is also true.
I just don't understand that at all.
Dave Roberts was on some smooth brain kind of stuff in that game.
That was the same game he took out Kershaw early, right?
No,
Or that was the
That
game
was on
before.
Sunday.
Sorry, that was, yeah.
That was the game after.
That was the game after. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. No, this was
Um,
the game where he left Pedro Baez in for way too long. He gave up the 2-run homer. Then they took
And
the
he
lead
came
in the
out
next inning, and then they left him in after they took the lead. That's when Dave Roberts was on some smooth brain kind of stuff. I was screaming in the chat and screaming at the TV to take this man out. I don't care if you have a lefty specialist in the bullpen. Get someone else warming up. It was Pedro Baez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't just leave him in. He gives up a 2-run home run. You don't bring him out for the next inning.
And then
You
This
had a
is the
whole
thing.
inning to warm someone up.
this is the same guy who the next day, his guy is on the mound dealing. Your bullpen spent. You used 8 relievers the day before. Keep Kershaw in another inning.
Ridiculous.
He has no idea how to manage pitchers. No.
After not the most egregious thing for me for Kershaw was they brought him in it was a 6th, right? So they brought him in, and in 2 pitches he records 2 outs. In
Yeah,
2
and then they take
pitches,
him out.
he's got 85 pitches thrown. I mean, this dude's a workhorse. I know he just pitched, and even then, 4 days ago, right? He's on 4 days rest.
It's the World Series.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand.
He pitched in game 1, right? So at that point,
Yeah, game on.
yeah, it was 4 days rest. That's normal rest.
Yeah.
He's pitching on normal rest. Clayton Kershaw can throw 85 pitches in the World Series. You don't have to take him out there.
Smooth brain.
Not
This
to
guy has
mention
no idea how to manage
79
pitching.
pitches in game 1. He only threw 79 pitches in game 1.
Yeah, I get taking him out there was the right thing to do because they had a
I
huge
get the
lead.
first game. It was a huge lead. There was no reason for him to
But he's
go
saying
on.
he didn't even work that hard.
But he
in game
didn't even
1.
work in game 1.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't work again. I mean, he better be pitching game 7, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
Kershaw doesn't. If Tampa Bay wins tonight, and Kershaw does not pitch tomorrow, there's
was it all
something
for?
wrong.
It'll
was
be
it all
Walker
pulling
Buehler
for?
tomorrow, right? Like the
Yes.
Yeah, But if Kershaw isn't available out of the bullpen tomorrow, then Dave Roberts is a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, some real smooth brain stuff going on here.
So,
Anywho,
I love Brett Phillips. I love the
I do too.
passion. I love running out in the field and doing his little parade at the end. I mean, that
I
must have been
said
the
to you
greatest moment of
guys-
his life.
I said in the chat before the at bat, don't sleep on Brett Phillips.
You did.
I said it.
There's
He's also
something to be
got the
said,
best
though.
laugh
It's
I've
like,
ever heard.
it's like it's something about his name. If his name was something, I don't know, a little cooler, you'd be like, oh, that guy could probably get a hit. But
Hot Stove, we're not getting political. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. This is a politics show.
John can't go. Can't suck
but
my
the fact
ball.
that his name was Brett Phillips, doesn't that just leave you with the like, wow, this guy stinks? I don't
Every
know.
play from the Lions game-winning drive. All right, so
I was sorry. It's 123. I said to cue in at the time.
no,
My
it
bad.
worked. It worked. Yeah. It
Oh,
worked.
okay. You're going back.
Perfect.
Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
I'm going backwards. So let's
Okay.
let's watch the play beforehand. So,
Oh yeah, this play's pretty dope.
What a play, by the way.
So, how do we get here? This is the last drive of the Lions-Falcons game from Sunday. How do we get
Falcon's
here?
gonna Falcon.
Previous drive,
Hmm.
Falcons are down 16-15, or was it 16-14, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They're driving down the field, hand the ball off to Todd Gurley on inside the 10, or however, I don't even remember. I didn't watch the play. All right, I just know
it was from the 10.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley has done this before, by the way, against the Lions before. There are highlights of this happening where he goes down to the 1 yard line and then falls down, get as close as possible, run out the clock, kick the game-winning field goal. What Todd Gurley does is he trips basically and falls into the end zone and accidentally scores a touchdown. It's one of the weirdest things you'll ever see in your life, in the fact that not very often do you see the team that just got scored on be excited.
Yep.
Yeah,
they were
you saw
pumped.
the
They were
Lions
rooting for it.
guys
They
going,
won.
touchdown, looking at the
Yep.
rest.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't even mind if the Falcons like tried to score a touchdown, just like on the next play, maybe like ran some more clock. The Lions were out of timeouts.
Yeah.
They could have done anything they wanted with that clock.
They could have knelt it,
Yeah.
kicked the field goal, and given the Lions ball back with like 15 seconds
I
left.
get not wanting to rely on your kicker, but also like it would have been a 30-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Jake Elliott misses those every week. I mean,
Yeah, well, he doesn't get to kick. He's a little rusty.
Young Wei Koo isn't Jake Elliott. I'll tell you that much.
That's
yeah,
true too.
well, he's hurt, so
Not anymore. He's not.
he's a little banged up,
Oh, is that true?
No.
Young way? No.
Anyways, Lions are driving down the field. So we'll watch this play first. Right? So this is 2nd and 10 on the 40-yard line. Matt Stafford throws a missile over the middle to Kenny Galladay. And I wish there's quality on this video.
Talk about how he just did like a 5-step drop and threw. Like, what kind of defense are they playing that they're allowing a 30-yard completion with that much ease when that's all the Lions can do right now?
Yeah.
They
We'll
can't
give you a
afford
sec.
to throw a 4-yard.
Give it a second for the. Okay, so first of all, they go to review it. Kenny Galladay didn't realize that they didn't have any timeouts left, by the way. So the
Thank
clock
God
was
this wasn't
running.
basketball.
Clock was running all this time.
mm-hmm.
Look at that catch.
Rule the catch on the field because it was a catch. The Lions get up there and they spike it with 3 seconds left. So you're the Falcons. You're playing defense, up by 6, 3 seconds, 11 yards, 1 play. Let's see what happens after the spike.
Oh, that's crazy. Intentional
Sorry.
grounding or what?
Let's see what happens after the spike.
Rushing forward, get pressure, and somehow in a zone, TJ Hawkinson is wide open.
Right. So let's break down this play.
The replay right after this is actually a better angle. We can see Hawkinson just moving,
Okay.
and nobody's touching him.
All right. Well, we got to watch. We got to break down this
Sure.
here first. So we're running here 3 wide set. Hawkinson right here. The Lions right there. right? So obvious, it's an obvious throwing down, of course.
Mhm.
Now let's watch what the Falcons do. So as Josh says, Falcons bring 4. They get pressure from the interior right here. Both of these guys come up the middle, come on the edge here. Now Stafford is in a pinch, right? And as you can see, I believe that's Galladay right here. He is covered but throwable. I don't know who this is. Probably Amendola right here. He's covered. Whoever was on the right side, either Marvin Jones or Galladay, was also covered. And TJ Hawkinson's coming over the middle here. Now, Matt Stafford pumps to draw the defenders over this way. Meanwhile, he's got an open lane here. We talked about this last week with Kyle Allen. He's got the open lane. So he has the out of the pocket, basically.
Yep.
He gets out of the pocket because these guys apparently forget who the quarterback is and don't run towards
Yeah,
him.
look
They run
at
that way.
that guy that's literally 10 yards behind him on that left side. What was he doing all the way down there?
He got
How
thrown
did he
that
get-
way.
Oh, he got thrown?
He got
It's
tossed.
kind of funny to see him over there, though. Like, if
Yeah,
he
like
was
how
running the
far? How do
wrong
you get so
way.
far away from the quarterback?
Watch. He got
Oh,
tossed.
yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, you got.
So, how do we end up here?
Yeah,
How
I
do we
know.
end up Matt Stafford wide
It
open
looked
throwing,
like both of them were telling the other one to pass it off, and
throwing to a wide open TJ Hawkinson? And what are these guys doing? Let's watch the second replay.
Oh, God.
All right.
This Lions fan really loves the celebration. You had to keep it in the video.
All right. So Stafford breaks out, and Joshua was 100% right, by the way. You can see it over the middle here. So let's watch here. Over the middle. Hawkinson is right here. This is him. He breaks off
what
of this
is
defender.
this guy doing?
There's
Doesn't-
3 defenders in the middle. Lead
You see
field
that
right
linebacker turn sideways right now?
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
What is he
This-
doing?
Right here?
Yes. What is he doing right now?
looking to jack someone up coming across his middle.
I don't
So-
get it.
No,
I mean,
no,
that's
never mind.
entirely him.
So after TJ Hawkinson breaks off of this guy, who for some reason is too slow, this guy finally turns, but it's too late because he's already running behind a man who's running. Stafford is wide open. He could have thrown it at any point right here.
Yeah.
He's got a whole end zone to work with. This is easy schoolyard pitch and catch right here. And what do you know? Touchdown Lions. The Falcons blow it again. There was something. I was unsportsmanlike, so the point after got moved back. It was like a 45-yard kick
Yeah,
for
I mean,
Matt Prater to win the game.
that was actually pretty big. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't get. I don't know. I kind of prefer teams who are commit to playing man and then just rushing an extra guy on those types of plays.
So
Getting more pressure.
I think just more pressure is always better. And if you want to double Galladay, that's fine.
See,
Make
I'm
someone
almost,
else beat you in man.
I'm almost to the point of play man and zone rush 3. If you get no pressure, fine. Have one guy to spy the quarterback
right.
to make sure the run, and then just play man, and you also have 2 back
Yeah.
to cover or 3.
I just
Probably
definitely don't like zone there. I don't know.
No.
People are instinctual, like last second of the game. They want to guard a man. They want to follow a man. They want to
Yeah.
look for a guy and guard him, and that's why that linebacker just looked at Amendola and like went towards him for no
Yeah.
reason.
It makes honestly no sense. Anyways, Falcon's gonna Falcon.
I have
That's
a
bad.
random question for you guys.
Dude.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the video of Brett Phillips laughing?
No.
No.
Is it how bad? Maniacal or
There's the link.
Okay. Looks like we
Oh,
have more film to break down.
I love it.
It's
We
unreal.
got to laugh to we got to laugh to break down here.
It's unreal.
All right, give me a second.
How
Dude,
this
if this
dude
isn't like Jack Nicholson's the Joker.
Oh no.
I'm out.
You're gonna need to turn the sound on, Nunez.
Well, of course. Yeah, give me a second.
Will Smith tells mom jokes.
Connor, are you still here, by the way?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. What do you think, Connor? While we're give me 1 second. I gotta go refill my water bottle. Connor, let me hear your take on that Falcons Lions play that we just watched.
It was something else. That's all I can say. I would have preferred to go to Hawkinson just because I had fantasy.
It went to Hawkinson, you
What?
Oh, did it go to Hawkinson?
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
What?
Connor, I'll tell you, I am very glad to be playing you this week in fantasy, and it's just a damn shame that you don't have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins this week. I honestly, I hate to see it happen like this most weeks. You know, when you get in contact with a juggernaut like I am in that league, who probably is going to get Christian McCaffrey back this week against a pitiful team like yours for this week. It's really, I hate to see it. That's the worst type of weeks. I'm sorry, man.
I'm still
sorry
laughing
it's
at the
gotta
fact that Connor was not paying an ounce of attention to
No.
anything. we were
No,
talking
But he was here.
I am here.
Connor, thoughts on Khabib retiring?
Good for him.
Connor, thoughts that he's actually retired?
Khabib's done.
I think he is actually done.
What the hell
I
happened
also
here?
think he's done.
Connor wasn't paying any attention.
Correction, he said, and I quote, I just wish it could have gone to Hawkinson for fantasy purposes.
Hey, and I was right. If you think about it.
You're not wrong. It did go to Hawkinson for fantasy purposes. Anyways,
All right, let's break down this laugh.
All
right.
We'll do that.
Breaking down.
Hi guys, it's Monday. We're gonna do Mom Joke Monday. As you all know, my mom has a lot of corny jokes, so we're gonna tell a few to Mr. Brett Phillips here and see if we can't get him to laugh. So, thanks, Mom. Okay, here we go. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Why did the stadium get hot after the game?
Because it was hot.
All the fans left.
His face.
Look at him.
He looks in pain.
Yeah, he looks paralyzed.
You good, right?
Oh,
You make an egg roll. You push it.
Oh my gosh.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Because they didn't have a peg.
It was too tired. Tires. You get that one?
I get it.
oh, and he's an idiot. He's also an
What
idiot.
dog keeps the best time?
The best time?
The best time.
A poodle?
A watchdog. Duh. What did the duck say to the bartender?
Quack.
Put it on my bill. That'd be pretty good.
Why does he like freeze? His face like gets frozen.
That's all. It's just
Oh man.
It's not even hot out here. I'm sweating.
Dude, this guy's having the time of his life.
No.
this video is what made me fall in love with Brett Phillips like 4 years ago when it came out.
Mark is a big Brett Phillips fan.
I am. I've
don't
been
know who the hell
following him since he was with Milwaukee, Kansas City. Like,
I will
Love
tell you,
it.
I had no clue Brett Phillips was until he walked up to plate and I heard he's never batted over 200 for any team. And I was like, wow, this guy's about to hit a game-tying hit against Kenley Jansen. Imagine if you said that 3 years ago.
Speaking of the devil, by the way, Pedro Baez is up right now against the Rosarena.
Oh, man, you have to love it.
Are you talking about how Randy Rosarena has more home runs in a single postseason than Barry Bonds?
Yeah.
You want to call a guy Mr. October.
Well, Barry Bonds also got walked 9,000 times. So
Yeah, but still.
This
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I guess it probably only get worse in the playoffs. Like, that's the only thing that could beat you. Just
Oh,
don't
I mean,
let it.
so I don't know if you've seen the other stats about it, but Max Muncy is like third all time in postseason walks with like
yeah,
19.
he just keeps walking.
19 this postseason. Barry Bonds has the record with 26.
Didn't he play less games too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Muncie's right there.
So
23rd.
26 walks in a single postseason by Barry Bonds. If I remember correctly, that was the number.
Yeah, same postseason too, 2002.
Yeah.
He is actually
Anywho.
juiced out of his mind.
Oh yeah. Absolutely juiced to the gills. Anywho, it's time for some buy or sell from the NFL this past week. I only have a few this time around, so if anybody has any, feel free to pitch them up to me.
I had one and I forgot to write it down, so I hope you guys mention it.
Okay. Well, all right then. The Pedro Baez just got taken out.
Good riddance.
Buy or sell. This one's not really much of a topic, but buy or sell. We should definitely flex Steelers Ravens to Sunday night
What week is that? This week?
this week.
Sell.
Sell. They're both division leader games. Sell.
Well, except one of them is two good teams, and the other
Who's
one
to
is
say?
two bad teams.
Sell.
I mean, even if you flex it, I bet you the Cowboys game would get more viewers, so it's more profitable to keep them on Sunday. So
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Okay.
buying as well.
Yeah, with what's his face at quarterback?
Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci. Is he
Yeah,
the new
I'm
savior?
buying-
Are you big on him now?
I mean, he just might be the Guido prophet. Who's to say?
Two of the most hated teams in the NFL on Sunday night has to be more profitable. Just has to be.
Then
And
Then good
them-
football.
I think them
Then
being
good
bad
football.
also helps because everyone will love to watch both those teams suck on Sunday.
well, I
night.
also
It's
think it's
really-
more than just it being a good football game. Steelers Ravens is it's not like it's
Yeah, that's fair, but it's
not like it's just two random teams.
It's not
playing.
like it's 2000s Steelers Ravens. What are you talking about? I mean, this is like we have offense Steelers Ravens.
Yeah, it's week 8. It's week 8, and they have a combined 1 loss between the two of them.
Right, but it's not Ray Lewis versus Hines Ward.
It doesn't
There's no Ed Reed.
mean that the
Yeah.
Okay.
No Troy Polamalu. I get where he's
No
going.
Ben Roethlisberger. Oh,
There are significantly less murderers in this game. Yes.
That's true.
and there's
That's
at
true.
least one less.
There's 2 less. There's no Ray Rice either.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ray
come on.
Rice didn't
You didn't kill
murder
someone.
anybody.
That basically.
There is, yeah, but that's
I mean,
true. There is
that's-
one less murderer in this game.
Yeah, but yeah,
Depending on how you look at it, there was no murders in the
say
first place because Ray Lewis found God.
I'd say in any other circumstance where a 2-4 or 2-5 team was playing a 2-4-1 team, it would be flexed out. But it is a Cowboys game. It just won't get flexed.
I'm not saying it will, and it obviously won't because the NFL only flexed Steelers Ravens to 4 o'clock this week. They moved
Yeah.
it from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah, they did that today. But I'm just saying maybe it should be. That's it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Actually,
Maybe it's my NFC East fatigue speaking.
I
Sure.
love the NFC East. I want to see more of it.
Speaking of the East Division, buy or sell, the best team in the AFC East is the Miami Dolphins.
I will sell.
I'm also gonna sell.
I'm buying.
Is this
I'm
with
all in.
Tua or Shit's Magic?
Either, I guess.
Sell.
I will also
What?
sell. I just brought it
What?
up because
If they had Fitz
We talk
Magic, I'm
about-
buying it.
He said either. You know what? I have no time for Connor at this moment.
No, but I know they're gonna play Tua though, so I don't think they're gonna be as good.
All right, that's fair.
Here we go.
that's perfectly
What?
valid.
Why are you
I
out on Tua? Just because he's a young blood? You're not into
No,
young?
left-handed quarterbacks aren't
There
good.
it is.
There it is.
Stop.
Come on.
Stop it.
I'm in on it. Can I? Since I'm the odd man out, I'll preach
Yeah.
to the choir here.
I'd like to say that I will sell it. I just brought it up because I think it might be closer than you think.
Yeah, I think that the Bills are stinky, so that's where I'm favoring this mostly. But also, I love what the Dolphins are doing. Love it.
Oh, I do too.
I absolutely. Honestly, the only thing I hate about the Dolphins team is I think it's actually good that they have a lack of star power. That's kind of something that draws me to the team, at least offensively for sure. I mean, I know they have Tua; he's the 5th overall draft pick, but receiver-wise, mostly your best receiver, Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, they could really use a strong number 1, in my opinion. Tell you what you will, but love the defensive side of the ball. Great corner tandem. They match up really well against other AFC East teams because I think they're fast defensively to keep up with the Bills. And quite frankly, I think Tua can come in and light this team up. A lot of these teams, they need someone to work for. And obviously they rallied behind Fitzpatrick. And if you can rally behind a guy who is not your franchise leader, who just happens to be a really great guy, you can probably rally behind a kid who's supposed to lead you to the promised land, is my hope. who also just seems like a really stand-up guy.
All-time turnaround by Ryan Fitzpatrick after we recorded the show a couple weeks ago.
I somehow every single week find a way to say something that becomes horrendously dated the next day.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was pretty funny.
Sitting here talking about how Ryan Fitzpatrick said all the right things. He wants Tua to be successful. He feels happy for him. The next day, man, I just want to play.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He
Damn.
really made a heel. He had a big heel turn right there.
All-time 180.
I know there's a specific Illinois team that might be looking for a quarterback. Maybe they can work something out for Fitzmagic. I like that. You like that, everybody?
Yeah,
Who'd you
keep
say
him
you were
away
gonna
from me.
trade for?
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan. That's right.
Yeah.
Which, if the Falcons lose another game, he's got to be on the block, in my mind.
No, they've already said they're not trading him. But
That
hey,
could change.
if the Bears want to trade,
Yeah,
want to trade for Matt Ryan, go for it.
What's his value? What's his value? Like, what would be so good of an offer if you said you weren't going to trade him? If you're the owner or GM, I should say, of the Falcons, what's the offer you can't refuse? A third?
A third,
That was-
probably.
Yeah.
I was thinking around a third, probably.
Okay.
It's difficult because he's in his early 30s.
Yeah.
31, I think.
He's got to be older than that.
But he's pretty clearly a Pro Bowl level quarterback.
Yes.
Still.
I'd say he's probably 33, 34. Let me look it up. I'll just look it up.
Yeah, we're all on computers here. One of us could have done that. Let's just all speculate. Austin, what do you think? 33?
Well, I know the answer, and it's not close to 31.
It's 35.
He's 35?
Yeah.
I stink at players' ages.
So it's difficult, right? Because on one hand, if you're the Bears, for example, let's just use the Chicago example, right? Matt Ryan makes this a Super Bowl team. I don't think there's any single question about that. So would it be worth it to give up like a second rounder?
I just don't see why not. I don't see the is that second round pick something I think their idea is if it fails, it's a disaster. But what is it now? What is this now?
I think the only hesitancy is probably an ego level to some point that you basically admit that you've messed up two quarterback situations.
Yeah. That's 100% the reason why they started with Trubisky this year is that Ryan Pace knows that if this doesn't work out, he's going to get fired. So he doesn't want to admit that he was wrong.
Because then you've brought in Foles for way too much money, probably, and he's going to fail now, and then you're just done. Then you as a GM, you've absolutely failed. You're right. It definitely has to be something on that level.
Yeah, but the only way to actually succeed is to just accept you failed and move on and do something better for your franchise. Not just let it rot with Nick Foles and Trubisky.
Says logic, yeah. But you gotta hope.
Wait, stop. Cody Bellinger is swinging at a mosquito that's flying at him.
Can I say a piece of trivia from this game real quick that they just showed?
Yeah.
Blake Snell is the second pitcher in World Series history to have 9 strikeouts to the first 4 innings. First one, Sandy Koufax, 1963.
Boom. That's a stat. Who was it? Someone came close the other day. Glasnow.
Yeah, Glasnow did come pretty close.
Glasnow had 8 through 4
2
days ago. Anyways. Yeah.
I don't know. To round out this whole topic, which was actually the Miami Dolphins, I wanted to say that I'm not selling it for the fact that they can't be the best, just that they're not the clear best team to me. I think they're actually pretty competitive with the Bills at this point, in my opinion.
Well, they did play the Bills pretty close the first time they played them.
Yeah, and
if the Bills defense is going to be this stinky moving forward,
I think if the Bills defense or offense is going to regress too, which we're seeing it happen in front of our eyes the past couple of weeks, who's to say they're better than the Dolphins? But I don't know. I'd say they're a little better, but I definitely don't think it's that big of a disparity.
I think the biggest problem defensively for me with the Bills, other than just getting gashed lately, an absolute sieve, they look like their top stars. That game against Kansas City showed me, and even Jordan Poyer Micah Hyde took a bad penalty this last week. They're just lazy. They're just getting lazy at the end of plays and getting dog penalties that veteran Pro Bowlers shouldn't make.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched much Bills football, but from
been
what
the-
I have seen,
Yeah.
specifically their linebacker play has been what stood out to me. And
Well, it's tough.
It's partially
And-
been because of injuries, right? Like
Yeah.
Matt Milano hasn't played most of the season.
And Edmonds was out 3 games, I think.
Yeah. But when Tremaine Edmonds has played, he hasn't played well.
Mhm.
Like that's, you know,
The Bills also didn't have a tight end on Sunday.
Tyler Croft, baby.
they had Tyler
They had
Kroft.
one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, 3 of them were out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler
Yeah,
Croft
go.
didn't go on the COVID list because his wife was in labor.
Yep. So
Oh,
he missed
but-
out on practice that day or whatever.
Yeah.
That worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only brought it up. I'm not necessarily saying I'm buying it now. I'm just saying that don't be surprised in the future if the Dolphins are the best team in this division.
I love
Buy or sell. Florida is the best sports state right now.
Buy, considering
also
we
buying.
had the Rays in
Yes.
the World Series, the Marlins made the playoffs, the Heat went to the NBA Finals, the Lightning won the Stanley Cup. The Bucks are maybe the best team in football right now. The Dolphins are killing it.
Yeah. Are people, I don't know if this is a topic, but are people ready to admit early on that they were wrong about the Buccaneers?
That was
think
actually
after-
my. I just that was
That
my buy or
is-
sell.
No. I'm
That
not.
is the next buy or sell.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, mine was buy or sell. Tom Brady is still a top 5 quarterback.
So, sorry. No, we're not there yet.
Uh,
Yes.
Looked like it the past few weeks.
But yeah, Tom Brady played
Sure.
incredibly on Sunday.
Everybody looks incredible and bad at times. I think,
think-
like an entire 2019's body of work would say that you don't put him as a top 5
I
quarterback.
think Tom Brady has notched his ticket for MVP level, MVP candidate this year. Him, Russ, and Aaron Rodgers are going to be top 3.
Okay, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
I mean, I'd probably say that those are the like if I had to pick 3, I'd probably pick those 3.
Yeah.
Brady would be last of the 3.
Rather
Sure.
have-
Yeah.
I'd rather Dak win MVP than Brady.
I mean, the other big one I could think is Kyler. Probably.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
But
Kyler
those
Murray,
are,
by the way, played incredibly on Sunday. Sunday night might have been game of the year so far.
Yeah, it was a really good
yeah,
game.
I'd say so. Yeah. Really back and forth. Both
Yeah.
teams
Yeah,
had
it was a very
great
good
chances to
game.
win.
Anyways, buy or sell. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now the best team in the National Football Conference. I will buy it, by the way.
Yeah, I'll buy
It's-
it too.
It's on the strength of that defense, and particularly that run defense that somehow, even after losing Vita Vea, is still. This has got to be one of the best run defenses I've seen in recent memory.
Yeah.
They're
Pretty
so good. Like their interior defense is so freaking good. It's insanity.
Hmm.
They're really good. And on the other side of the ball, Gronk seems to be an actual football player again.
Yep.
Who is
Yeah.
being targeted, physical, and making good plays. And they have potentially one of the best wide receivers of our time coming back. So I'm all in on the Bucks. All in.
I would say like I agree because the only other team you would put there right now has been
Is Seattle.
Packers and well it's Seattle, but I'd say the Packers is one of the other teams I guess and
Yeah.
they dominated the Packers, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really put the Packers above them if you're being honest with yourself at this point.
I think what separates them is their defense, right? Like I think the Bucks can score with anyone.
Mhm.
So I think the fact that they can actually stop people.
I think that if they commit to saying Ronald Jones is a better running back than Leonard Fournette,
Yeah.
they will be a good football team.
Yeah.
Whoa. Leonard Fournette was in the game most of the first half when they got their lead. Leonard Fournette is, I think it's the exact opposite. Ride with the guy who you have to get. Ronald Jones, let him die. Let him.
Have you watched-
Ronald Jones.
Ronald
Have you-
Jones looks like twice the player Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
ever
Have you
has looked
watched
like.
Ronald Jones play
Fournette-
football the last month?
Yeah, sadly I have a lot of it.
Yeah,
Fournette
Josh
looks
just
Sadly,
pulled
you
up
have?
ESPN. He's pulled up ESPN. He's looked at box score and he said Fournette's a better player. Watch these two players play the game. Ronald Jones looks electric.
Ronald Jones had back-to-back like 100-yard games the last
3
week.
straight 100-yard games.
3 straight. Did you watch him against the Packers? I said it in our group chat that
He
Ronald
carried
Jones,
a guy for 20 yards.
Ronald Jones looks like he's shot out of a cannon every time he touches the ball.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I was wrong about Ronald Jones.
Not ready to say that yet.
Okay.
I mean, you're just
Yeah,
glued
if you wanna
you're
stick
just
to the guy
glued
that-
to a 4th overall pick. That's all it is. It has
if you
nothing to
want
do
to
with.
if you want to stick to the guy that ran a 4.840 and averages 3 yards a carry in the NFL, then I guess go for it.
By
LSU,
no
baby.
means think
You'd be
Leonard Fournette's a
sticking to David
bad
Montgomery
player.
at that point. By the way,
I just think he's
Go
an okay
Tigers.
player. That's just he is what he is.
Thanks, Connor.
Yes, sir.
Connor, what do you think? By the way,
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a really good football team.
Nice.
do you think
Connor
they're the best
Fernberg,
team in the
everybody.
NFC?
Leonard Fournette, I need to see him play because he's in my lineup against Josh this week. And I'm already getting smoked. So
I'm straight you are.
You're already
That's
getting
right.
smoked. The week hasn't started.
No Kyler, no D Hop.
exactly, I'm out.
I see.
I'm dropping, dude.
Connor, do you buy the Bucks are the best team in the NFC?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're in agreement here. Mark, I don't think I heard your opinion. What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm buying it.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been playing out of their minds. Like I said, Tom Brady the past 6
But I
weeks
will
has
say
been playing
it's-
insane.
Maybe I'm just trying to prop up my own team here. I don't think the NFC is that good. I think that a couple of the top teams in the AFC are just better than the NFC right now.
Well, I think
aside from the
we
Bucks
went
and
into the season
Bears-
thinking that, so I don't know as if anything.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take.
All right, that's
I mean,
because
The NFC West, though, is the best division in football, no?
That's true.
I agree.
Yes.
I think like have you watched a Rams game where you thought they were really good at football? I don't know. I guess they beat the
No.
Bears, but like would anyone think the Bears were like
The second half against the Bills, they looked like a really good football team.
Yeah.
that's about
That's
it.
the best.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
okay,
best half. they've
Sure,
played.
they actually stomped the Eagles in the third quarter.
This past week was the Rams' first non-NFC East win of the season.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that's something. I think the Cardinals have looked good in stretches and pretty bad in some stretches too.
Yeah.
I think I'm buying into the Cardinals specifically.
I was gonna say, are they there yet? Or do
I
they
think
need
they're
one
the
more
second
year?
best team in that division.
I'm buying into their defense actually not being bad
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
because
I
I
think-
thought they were going to be a good defense last year and then they they just weren't.
They're doing this year without Chandler Jones too, which is important to
he's been
remember.
hurt.
Without their sack leader last year.
Yeah, I think I'm buying that Arizona is the second best team in the NFC West.
Anyone else see? Obviously, you probably did. Isaiah Simmons, awesome pick this week in the overtime.
I did not. So to be 100% honest with you, I fell asleep in the third quarter of that game. So
Oh,
Russell Wilson threw one of the worst interceptions in
they
overtime.
played like so. They stack the box with I kid you not 9 players in the box. I'm pretty sure, and there's 2 on the wideouts, and then instantly when the ball's sniped, all the linebackers run back into coverage, and Isaiah Simmons makes like a running backwards like beauty of a catch to pick it
Really?
off.
there
Yeah.
was a play in the Tennessee Pittsburgh game where I kid you not, and I only heard this because I was listening to it on the radio as I was driving back to Oswego. I kid you not, Tennessee lines up and Pittsburgh puts 10 in the box.
Well,
And
that's
guess-
what
And guess what? The Titans still handed it off up the middle.
well, that's what the plan should have been. Ryan Clark, if you heard all week when he was like, "They got to play big boy ball. Someone's got to get physical with Derrick Henry." He's
Well,
like,
they did
he's like,
play
if I
big
was
boy
a-
ball and they shut him down. So
if I was a safety, I'd get in a track stance and I'd run right at him, 100 miles per hour.
that's
I'm like,
that's exactly what they
Yeah,
did.
no, it was pretty absurd. Wasn't he saying some crap like Derrick Henry's never got physical with a linebacker before? Have you ever seen him doing anything to people his size? I'm like,
Yes,
yes, all the time.
Multiple
What are you
times.
talking about?
he bowls over everyone.
Stop.
Yeah, Ryan Clark's a fool.
We said it not 2 weeks ago on the show that Derrick Henry is a tank masquerading as a human being.
We did.
Yeah,
My favorite play of the week was Kyler's touchdown pass to D Hop.
Oh, he just smiled.
Yeah, they show
Yeah.
the one angle where you can see him just big shit-eating grin on his face. He's like, "Oh, this is a touchdown."
Yeah.
Imagine having a guy like that. You could trust so much that I mean, the ball was thrown well, I guess, but like you just kind of threw it up for him and said, catch it.
Yeah,
John
it-
Watson could not imagine that.
That type of like
Yeah.
faith though in a receiver is kind of what scares me about the Saints moving forward for the Bucks. If Michael Thomas can come back and play
Yeah.
and be really good,
Given that
I think
like
the division gets a little harder.
the Saints
here's the
already
problem,
do
right?
have a win against them.
We're
Yeah.
gonna go back to this. The Saints defense has played like garbage this year.
Yes.
Like
It's back
really,
to the Saints teams of 4 or 5 years ago.
every single week it's a different one of their guys in the secondary that's playing like they rotate, whether it's going to be Marshawn Lattimore, Janoris Jenkins, or Malcolm Jenkins that plays like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Malcolm Jenkins is an old man. He's more of a leader than like a play well type of guy at this point in his career.
We could have used him in our secondary this year. So
No.
They've just not been good defensively. And maybe I'm an old fart. Maybe I'm a defense wins championships kind of guy. I don't know.
I mean, I think you have to have a good. I mean, even like
You have to be as a Bears fan.
Look at the Chiefs last
Yeah.
year. I mean,
Well, I think you need to at least have a passable defense to win.
yeah,
Like Kansas
an
City,
average defense with a Chiefs offense will win you the Super Bowl.
right? Kansas City had a good pass defense
Their
and a
defense
bad run
was
defense.
very good at the end of the season last year too. I think like
Yeah, down the stretch they were the 9th rated defense, like down the last from week 11 on or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like the 9th best defense.
I think I definitely think the Saints have a lot more problems, not even just defensively, than the Bucks do. So it's hard to really forecast them doing better going forward.
Zach, you just drinking milk there, bro?
No, this is eggnog.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh.
you drinking milk, bro? Like,
That's
what you
even
got there?
worse, to be honest.
Wait, eggnog in October.
Yeah.
Eggnog ever.
I mean, yeah, true,
Yeah.
but eggnog. I'm not gonna smash you in December. You're eating eggnog, but I don't
I
know.
wanted some eggnog the other day when I was at the store.
I mean, respect.
You guys
That's your
don't like
thing.
eggnog?
No,
No.
No.
Not at all.
I don't know. Can't do it. Tastes like bubblegum to me.
It doesn't taste anything like bubblegum.
Yeah, maybe I have. I don't know.
Anyways, I just want a little bit of eggnog, you know. All right, last buy or sell. And it's not even really a buy or sell. Let's just talk about the rookie quarterbacks.
Love
They're
it.
good. They're really good.
Really good.
Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are really freaking good.
Justin Herbert deserves some respect.
Yeah, man. Justin Herbert this week. And I know it was against the Jaguars, and they suck.
He's
But-
been doing it for weeks, though.
Yeah, I know. He's done it against good teams. He's done it against bad teams.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
the best thing when they came out with the stat of like Joe Burrow, first rookie to throw for 300 in 3 straight games. And then like Herbert threw for 350, 400, and 290 in 3 straight weeks. And it was like, oh, he was 10 yards off doing the same thing the week after Burrow. It was like, these
Yeah.
guys are just nuts.
Yeah.
I never got the Herbert hate like during the draft. Like a lot of people were hating on him.
I didn't think he was all that great, only because and it's not really his fault because the offense at Oregon last year was
Yeah, I was gonna say, as the resident Ducks fan,
poopy.
I watched a lot of Justin Herbert. That guy, he really impressed me at Oregon. They weren't too much to watch last year, but I thought he did a really good job, and I really liked him going into the draft.
We're just glad that the Broncos weren't able to get to him.
Yeah,
You know, John Elway likes his tall quarterbacks.
yeah. When the Chargers drafted him, I was very happy with that pick.
Yeah, man. Dude looks freaking awesome.
I'm very excited to see Tua this week.
I'm very excited as well. They play against the Rams too. It should be a good game. I'm just ready for it.
I just hope to God Aaron Donald doesn't hurt him too bad.
Yeah, that's
Miami's offensive line
a
hasn't been
rough
that
one
bad
this
this
year.
year.
It hasn't, but Aaron Donald's just so good.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna get his hands on him at one point.
Yes.
I don't care if Aaron Donald goes up against the all Hall of Fame offensive line. Aaron
Yeah, I
Donald,
mean,
he's
it's
getting his
minimizing-
back.
Minimizing the fact that Aaron Donald, for my money, is one of the greatest defensive players in NFL history.
Yeah, I think by the time he retires, he will be in the conversation for the best.
Aaron Donald.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's people when they have the best season in the NFL where you go, wow, that was a really good season. Do you think they could keep it up? And then there's Aaron Donald where you're just every year you're like, yeah, he's just gonna be the best player. Like there's not really a question about it.
Yeah.
That is sort of a tough guy to see coming at you in your first NFL start.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Yeah. I think they should have done the done the Chargers strategy. 10 minutes before the game. Hey, Tua, you got your helmet on?
Yeah, they should just stab Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitz really would have been emotional then.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. They
Might have
just
scored
stab
some
him like the Chargers did.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
what if they did that for a second time? Someone just
Oh, and in a
Patrick
bizarre
headed to the
shock.
locker room.
Yeah. He was accidentally injected. We've seen this one before, folks. He was accidentally injected in the lungs with some
Heroin.
heroin. Oh my God.
They put heroin in his lungs.
We've all been there, the old heroin in the lung technique, and it happens.
All right.
I expect him back next week.
Connor, you've been there, right? As a true competitor, the old heroin in the lung.
No, I cannot say that I've had a heroin in my lung.
You don't have
Come on.
passion.
Yeah, that's just lack of heart. Thank
Yeah.
you, Mark. Zach, where are we going next?
We're going straight to week 8. Move forward, right?
Love it.
There's some good stuff on the docket this week. It's not incredible, but definitely some matchups that I'm interested in seeing, right? Like I said, like we said already, Rams Dolphins is probably the game that I'll just be watching at 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
100% honest with you. Because the Bears don't play until 4. So like I have open space to just watch a single game on my computer. Probably be that game. Because I want to see Tua play. You know, it's been well documented on this show that regardless of my Miami Heat fandom, I have very, very strong ties and love for South Florida sports. So it is in my best interest for the Dolphins to be good because it just makes things more fun to me. So I'm excited to watch it, and I'm excited to get that game. Let's see what Tua's got. I also, of course, we already talked about it. Steelers Ravens this week. They can't get any better than this.
Game of the week, right?
What'd you say?
Game of the week.
Probably.
There's 2 other teams fighting for a division on Sunday night. Let's calm down.
I am excited for the Eagles Cowboys game.
That's
How?
because
How the hell could you be excited for that game, Mark?
I'm so excited to not watch a single snap.
Mark, I
That's
got to
what it
question
is.
your fandom here. You turn off the game. You actually have turned off the game mid-game.
They make me so upset.
Mark, I don't think you get it. I mean, how upset? You break things?
I come pretty close.
Okay. Well, we gotta have a talk because I mean,
a full
Here's the
healthy
thing.
Eagles team is dominating the league right now. I'm committed.
First of all, I'm still not in football mode. The World Series
really,
is on. I'm not
really
in football
bouncing
mode.
it out of it, don't you?
What's
Of
that?
course.
Been there.
Austin really bounces back and forth between whether or not the Eagles should go 0-16 or 16-0.
Yeah,
Look, think about it.
I think I've been hanging out with him too much.
Think
I
about
think
it.
I've been talking to him too much. He's starting to seep into my thing.
When I'm talking about other teams being bad, the Eagles are good. When I'm talking about my team, they're bad.
sure.
When I'm talking about the Steelers and Ravens, a healthy Eagles team would have wiped both those teams off the floor, man. I mean, those were close games, and the Eagles had nobody. The Ravens even have an injury in the last 6 years? Come on.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
Nah. Other than that guy Ray Lewis killed, who
Mark,
knows?
oh my God.
Jesus.
Mark, the only thing you could be excited for on Sunday night is to see if Miles Sanders will actually get 300 yards on the ground.
Well,
think
that's
he's
assuming
very
he
well
plays.
if he plays, he should
Yeah.
not play because they have a bye week 9. But
Yeah, I don't think he should. Well, Boston Scott,
As a
150.
Scott will run all over that team.
Like I don't know.
Probably.
I'm always excited for an Eagles Cowboys game. I don't care how good
Yeah.
or bad the two teams are.
I'm
I like watching these two teams play.
I'm where Nunez is now because I've been trying to justify that this team, even with Dak healthy, when people were convinced the winner of the NFC East is going to win 6 games, they're terrible, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, the Cowboys are legitimately a 10-win team. I've said that up until even last week before the Washington game. I said this team's going to win 10 games.
I don't understand how that's possible, by the way, being 2-4 and with Andy Dalton as your quarterback and that awful of a defense. But go off.
Because honestly, I was fully convinced that they would not drop a game in the division, which at the time I thought would have been only tough against the Eagles because they probably would have split realistically. But then they have to play Baltimore and Pittsburgh, where I think they can. I think they can at least split at the time. At the time, now we're losing both games, getting blown out. But I talked myself into it. This team leaves nothing for me to be excited about. Absolutely nothing. Do I watch a Cowboys game? Honestly, Ben DiNucci might be my biggest excitement factor. I swear to God, if Dalton plays, I'd bet the house on the Eagles. I swear to God, because the Cowboys are going to be favored for no reason.
No, the Eagles are 7.5 points favorites right now.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seven and a
okay.
half?
It'll shorten. The Cowboys were a favorite against Washington. They opened at like plus 2.5, and they were favorited by a point. How? How do people keep convincing Vegas that this team is any good?
It's
Jerry-
Washington.
There's just so many fans that bet on them every week. That
Fools that bet. Fools. Me. Hey, gotcha. I mean, Jerry Jones is sticking it to me, raw dog. Okay, and it's not fair. He's a moron. He said that it's not effort. He's not effort. It's fundamentals. Isn't that effort? You said it tonight, Austin. Doing fundamentals involves effort. Just giving a little bit of them is what makes that happen. Mike Nolan made national news the other day when he had to stop a conference call because Tabasco sauce got in his eye. I'm sure you saw this, Nunez.
That was
Retweeted it.
hilarious.
That's what the most exciting thing about this team now is, that our defensive coordinator got some Tabasco sauce in his eye. I wish it would have blinded him. It would have given him an excuse to fire him. Okay? All right, I'm sorry. I'm muting myself.
No, you're good. You're good. This is what I wanted.
All right. What were we talking about? Game of the week?
Yeah. We're talking about how Steelers Ravens is game of the week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't get any better than this, man.
Oh, wait. Yes, I love this talk. I totally have a thing for this week. This is the Unleash game. This is the breakout game. Everyone get out there. Must start J.K. Dobbins.
Well, we still don't know. We'll halt that for a second. We still don't know whether or not Mark Ingram's playing. And also, if Mark Ingram doesn't play, I'd be willing to bet the house that Gus Edwards gets more carries than J.K. Dobbins this week.
Maybe in the first half, but he's going to do what he does in the first half.
Yeah, so what? So they can both average 1.8 yards per carry. It's not like either of them are going to be good. The Steelers run defense is second only to Tampa Bay.
Sure. I'm thinking, man. He's a breakout candidate this week. Keep your eye
forward. Yes. I don't
know about this week. I don't know about next week. I don't know about the week after that. But
the matchup is too hard for me this week.
Yes.
The matchup is too hard for me to warrant saying he's like the start of the week or something like that this week. Can't do it.
I don't know. That's it's a little crazy.
What else we got here? Titans Bengals should be a fun game.
That should be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
The Titans can't stop me at quarterback. I don't know what they're going to do against the Bengals.
Titans are 6-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Surprised.
Don't let this last week fool you against Pittsburgh. It was a close game. The Titans should dominate the Bengals. The Bengals, they're nobodies. They played well against the Browns.
The Titans can't play defense worth anything.
Yeah, the problem is the Titans can't play defense, so that game is destined to be close.
Yeah.
That was a great game last week. That Bengals Browns game was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal game too. There was three game-winning touchdowns with under a minute left this week.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
All right, everybody else, give me your pick for game of the week this week.
Game of the week. So game of the week, I assume, besides the games we've already mentioned,
or at least a game that you're super. Yeah, let's go with another game that you're really interested in. That isn't
Chiefs Jets.
Yeah.
How many points can the Chiefs win by?
The Le'Veon Bell revenge game.
Chiefs.
Yeah, but how many? Like they opened up at 21.
They're at 19 and a half now. Yeah.
I would have taken it at 21. I want to see the Chiefs try to score 100 points.
Is it true that the Jets had 4 yards of offense in the second half this last week against Buffalo?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I actually think it is true because
I heard that stat earlier today, and I couldn't tell whether or not it was true.
Because I know Darnold had like 80 something yards at halftime, and he ended with like 91 or something, like something egregious. No, he ended with 120 and 2 picks, but he had like a crazy amount of yards in the first half and just did. They almost completed like less than 5 passes in the second half.
Denzel,
It was crazy.
I
was
will
gonna
say, by
how
the way,
about
that
Bills
almost
scoring 6 field goals.
I will say that almost directly correlates to the fact that Adam Gase stopped calling plays in the first half and then resumed calling plays in the second half.
Yeah, even though they were playing a good first half and their
Yeah.
offense was moving the ball pretty
Again.
efficiently. Yeah, they didn't put up points, but they were moving the ball well.
I cannot stress this enough. Adam Gase should not be allowed near an NFL field.
yeah,
Like, what the hell? What the hell is that? You turn over play. Let's get into this then. You turn over play calling in the first half. You're moving the ball against a division rival. You're beating them at halftime. And you say, fuck it. I'm going to start calling plays again.
no,
The
we
offense
can't
that-
talk about Adam Gase and keep it not
the
safe.
offense that
After dark.
the offense that averaged 10 points a game going into this week, I'm going
Damn
to
it,
start
Mark.
calling it again. It's me. I want to give 700 carries to Frank Gore. You know what I want? I want Sam Darnold to look like he's fucking Arch Manning on an NFL field.
No,
I want Sam
Here
Darnold to look like he's my
we
cousin.
Go.
damn it, Mark. You can't go. You can't do it. That's like if we started talking about OJ. It's just gonna light him up.
Okay, don't get me started on
He gets
OJ,
too
okay?
pumped.
You think OJ's picking the Jets this week?
OJ is probably picking whoever's most vulnerable to him murdering them. That's who OJ is picking.
Wait, what murderers are currently on an NFL roster? That's what
It.
Alden Smith.
I
I mean,
he's a big Cowboys fan. OJ is.
yeah, he is.
Kareem
Um,
Hunt, dude. That girl was defenseless.
My God.
I don't understand. Okay, back to the Adam Gase thing. I can't possibly comprehend how unbelievably stupid the Jets management must be to watch what happened 2 days ago. Watch him hand over play calling duties in the first half and watch the offense be better.
I'm just saying.
And then he
I think
says,
this
"You know
might be
what?"
a major league situation.
He says, "You know what? You're going to upstage me, Dowell Loggins, a guy who's never been a good coach in his life. I'm afraid that Dowell Loggins is going to upstage me. So fuck it. I'm taking back over and I'm running this team into the ground."
I mean, don't you think the GM called in and said, "Hey, if we win this game, you realize what happens, right? Like, the first pick is at stake."
I hope that's what happened because
Can we get
otherwise
Adam
it's
Gase behind the
disgusting.
play calling again.
Yeah. I hope that's what happened because otherwise it's disgusting and it's a disgrace to the fucking sport that this guy is still a coach.
I love that
really is.
thought process that, hey, we need to lose this game. Let's have our head coach start calling the plays. Let's have this guy who we pay a lot of money to run this football team.
Yeah, it's what the Eagles
Let's have
do.
him do his job so we can
Oh,
lose.
It blows my mind.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, who else has got their pick for interesting game?
I like the Colts Lions game. I'm pretty intrigued by
God
because
damn it.
the Lions without Kenny Galladay are a dumpster fire, but with Kenny Galladay, all of a sudden they are a competitive team again. They finally accepted the fact that Kerryon Johnson should no longer get snaps, and DeAndre Swift is good, and Adrian Peterson's good for a couple touches a game.
Sorry to interrupt, but Nick Anderson just threw a wild pitch. The Dodgers have tied the game in the bottom of the sixth.
Yep, we have a tie ball game, folks.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like that game. I think if the Lions come out and beat the Colts, which we all, I think, agree is not a great team, but I think if they come out and beat the Colts, you can argue they're a 7th seed possible in the NFC for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like the Lions.
I think it's possible. I wouldn't bet my money on it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
certainly a possibility.
I mean,
Mike.
betting on them is not never a great idea.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I think
Yes.
every team in the NFC West is better than them.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts did it again.
Mookie Betts is safe. The Dodgers are up 2-1. Incredible base running by number 50.
You have to love Mookie Betts.
Brings a tear to my
There's
eye.
really no reason to hate Mookie Betts unless you're a Red Sox fan who hates your own team and you just hate to see him succeed somewhere else or something. I don't know.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm so happy he's
But
succeeding.
most Red Sox fans I've heard just they're just sad.
I adore the man.
Friend of the show, Jeff Passan, just tweeted, infield ball or infield in ground ball. They still can't get Mookie Betts.
They can't.
The guy's anticipation skills are
The guy said
next to
today.
none.
He said it was either yesterday or today. He said he thought he was going to be a Red Sox for life. You could have been. If our front office weren't a fucking moron.
Jesus.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
Zach gets
whoa.
fired up over Adam Gates. I
Whoa.
get fired up over the Red Sox front office.
Let's simmer down here. What are we talking
All right,
about?
my game.
Connor.
Yeah, good job, Connor. Way to
Yeah,
keep the
thanks,
peace.
Connor. Yeah,
Connor, what's
you
your
know,
game?
I'm
Yep.
calm now because Connor talked. I'm calm now.
Dude, I love Austin took it, but the Rodrigo Blankenship led Colts.
Sure.
That's a game, man.
Rodrigo
All right.
Blankenship leads
So
the
you're-
league in points right
Matt Stafford's Lions.
So you like the Colts side of this? Like you're like in for the Colts like idea of this?
I
The
don't know.
newsworthy side
I
of
hope
this,
the
or-
fans win, Austin.
No, I'm not
As
saying
always.
it's gonna win, but like I like this game because of the Lions storyline. That if they win this game, they're potentially a team to make the playoffs. You're on the Rodrigo Blankenship side of this.
Oh, I
this
do
game?
love Rodrigo Blankenship. Yes.
By the way,
Go Rex
great.
Specs.
the Colts are currently a 3-point road favorite. Am I missing something?
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I see these. These guys all run analytics. They haven't actually watched Phillip Rivers play, so they think the Colts should be winning this game.
I'm telling you, I must be missing something. I just don't think the Colts are good.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I think they have going for them is their fascinating running backs.
Justin Turner just hit
Oh, never mind.
to the warning track.
That looked like it was 30 rows deep.
Yeah, the reaction too. I thought it was gone.
Well, when you're
he
not
knew he-
roiding like Randy, these balls don't get out.
It's true.
I'd reckon my game of the week to watch after your guys is staying in the NFC North, Minnesota and Green Bay. Now, doesn't seem very exciting from the outside, but this is kind of a telltale game to Green Bay for me. They should beat Minnesota
By a lot.
pretty handily. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they will, but I think they should. They actually shocked the hell out of me by just running through the Texans this week. I thought it was going to be a much closer game.
Same.
They just absolutely annihilated them. So again, they should do very well against a Dookie division rival, but Dalvin Cook, Connor.
Dalvin Cook.
he
What
could,
about him? What about him, Josh?
Well, rumor has it that he could go for $150 on any day.
There you go.
He set it up for you.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
want
did.
it.
Thank
I
you.
didn't want it.
Alright.
Don't bring him up if you're not going to say it.
Okay.
You have to wonder. Devontae Adams has had two of these games in fantasy wise that are just insane. Is he just gonna do it again this week? Like,
I mean,
how do you see them stopping Devontae Adams getting 15 targets?
no
and just
one
catching-
can. It's very simple. Like the
It's-
Devontae Adams, the Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams connection is unstoppable. That's really the only thing. It's
a
fairly
hamstring.
simple.
You need a hamstring.
Yeah. The only thing that can stop it is Devontae Adams' hamstring. Yeah. Anywho, we're done with that. Now it's time to get into our FanDuel lineups for this week.
Woo!
Connor, best be getting yourself ready. You're making picks, my guy.
Damn it.
I'll start us off tonight.
Okay.
Have you two submitted your lineups yet?
They
Of
have.
course I am.
I'm final. Yeah, I'm in.
All right. With my flat cap FanDuel lineup of the week,
Oh my God.
We got the flop out this time.
yeah, we're doing props now.
God, we're on fire.
I went with a triple game stack here.
Huge.
Actually, I've got 4 players from this game.
That's
Game
nasty.
stacks are where it's at.
Yeah, I've got 4 players from this game.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going Las Vegas, Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We're going Derek Carr
Okay.
against Cleveland. He'll be throwing a touchdown pass to Darren Waller. Went big
Oh,
for the tight end
that-
this week.
Love that.
And Josh Jacobs is going to rush for 800 yards.
800.
Wow.
Mark,
Okay,
I hate
maybe
to
not
tell you-
800, but I like Josh Jacobs too.
I hate to tell you, we might have the same stack. That's fine.
Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, and Darren Waller.
Yeah,
With Kareem Hunt is your flex.
I don't have Kareem Hunt. No,
Oh.
no.
But I also have Kareem Hunt as my flex.
Don't worry about it. I'm changing my lineup right now.
For my other running back, in the revenge game, we've got Le'Veon Bell against the Jets.
Huge.
He's going to play. He's going to get his touches, and he's going to score. If there was a guarantee I had this week, it's that Le'Veon Bell is scoring against the Jets.
I like it.
For my 3 wide receivers, I went with the man who's been on fire since being inserted in that Eagles starting lineup. That's Travis Fulgham.
Also,
Okay.
huge.
He's 6,300. The Dallas Cowboys are como se dice.
Look at Jakes.
Thank you.
10-win team.
Time. Some would say.
For my other 2 receivers, I've got going with the man I went with last week, Tyler Boyd. Big game last week. Going up against a not good Tennessee defense this week. Joe Burrow is going to be throwing to him again. And for my 3rd receiver, well, the Keenan Allen. I think that's a pretty safe pick. Justin Herbert's been playing some good football. They're going up against the Broncos, who are also not good at playing defense. I already said Waller. I already said Kareem Hunt. And my defense, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks because I didn't have much money left. And I'm still not bought in on San Francisco's offense.
Okay.
There we go. Your flat cap FanDuel lineup of the week.
Huge.
That's elite. I have nothing left to say.
You guys want to get 4th place out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
This week's Starbucks stinky poo poo lineup of the week. We kick it off with another quarterback tight end stackaroo from the team that hasn't quite convinced Mark yet. We've got San Fran's Jimmy Garoppolo for a dirt cheap 6,600, paired with none other than George Kittle at tight end. There's a last minute roster change with George Kittle. Originally went with Ayuk there, but changed it up a little bit. My running backs, I go with Todd Gurley from Atlanta, who had a blowout game against Carolina last time. I believe he went for 95 and 2 touchdowns last time he played him. Carolina's rush defense is bad, so I love the play here.
Todd Gurley steals every touchdown that he can.
It's true. That man is the definition of a vulture. He could be 45, and he would play LeGarrette Blount did a couple years ago for New England, and he might rack up 20 touchdowns. He's very good at it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jonathan Taylor's my 2nd running back. Not because here's the thing. Jonathan Taylor, he's shown little spots to me this year that he's going to be the guy, that he's going to be really good. I don't think he's like a certified workhorse, number 1, get 30 carries a week guy, but very good against another bad rushing defense in Detroit, and should give up a good amount of points. So I like him. As for my wide receivers, I went with Jarvis Landry in Cleveland. I think OBJ going down really won't affect him much, considering that he has absolutely 0 target share regardless. But, I mean, maybe it'll help, right? Maybe. He's just pretty cheap. Devontae Adams, because he seems to be a lock at this point in everyone's lineup if you can afford him. I mean, I don't know. And in someone that will continue the hot streak, DJ Moore. And again, what should be a high-scoring game this week against Atlanta. 7,000 is still a steal for the wide receiver 1 that is DJ Moore. In the flex spot, it's the revenge game. Everyone loves it. Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, Mark convinced me actually to put him in. I don't really think he would do much this week. But I have him in a fantasy league, so I'm like, well, I mean, I guess we're wide the tank. And again, this is the stinky poo poo lineup of the week. So if you like me, you like riding with fours, come on down. Everyone, let's lose some money together. The Detroit Lions are my defense because who the hell cares?
There you have it, folks.
All right,
Austin?
well, I'll do the Mike Tyson third place team of the week here. We're gonna
Mike
roll
Tyson,
in.
third place.
I'm gonna go with a guy who inevitably will be in a close game because this team is bad. My stack of the week: Carson allowed to run the ball again, Wentz, and Travis Fulgham against a bad defense, and the game was good. Don't get it twisted. Don't think the Eagles are going to come out and get a lead. The Cowboys have had the worst first halves of any team I've ever seen in my life. This game will be close the whole way through. The Eagles suck at football. But Carson Wentz actually been a very good fantasy quarterback as of recent. They're letting him run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some agency. Love to see it. Obviously, Travis Fulgham is number one target. I don't expect Alshon Jeffrey to play, even though he says, I'm going to play. No, it's not going to happen. He's Alshon Jeffrey. So, yeah. Running backs, Kareem Hunt and Jonathan Taylor for me. We've heard those two names before. I don't have to go much into that. I think that Indy's game plan is to run to win, and Cleveland's game is run to win, and they're both playing bad run defenses. So, not much more to say. Now, I think, this is more of I guess it's not like a tournament thing, but I think a lot of people are in on DJ Moore, like Josh said earlier. But I think the guy who gets more targets, looked at more, obviously, Robbie Anderson. I think he's going to be my play this week. I think he'll get more targets. And DJ Moore coming off a 2-touchdown week, I'm all for, regression and things like that. So I don't see DJ Moore getting in the end zone again. I see Robbie Anderson with a better shot at getting in the end zone. Josh mentioned this guy as well, my next receiver, Brandon Ayuk. With Deebo Samuel not playing this week, on top of the fact that against New England, who actually had a very good pass defense going into this week, had a very good game, I see him being able to light up the Seahawks, who are dookie cheeks at guarding receivers. I mean, let's just be honest. They're not good at guarding. I mean, Christian Kirk, he lit him up somehow. I guess you don't have to say D-Hop lit him up somehow. He's DeAndre Hopkins. What are we talking about? Tight end, Mark mentioned him before, Darren Waller. The guy is good. He gets 10 targets a game because Derek Carr loves him. Cleveland hasn't been guarding the tight end very well. And honestly, I don't know. I see this game as high scoring. I don't see many Cleveland games going forward being low scoring affairs, even though they do run the ball well. I still think most games they're going to play in are going to be in the upper 20s, maybe 30s. My flex, I think still the best receiver on Cincinnati, even with the resurgence of A.J. Green recently and T. Higgins playing well. Tyler Boyd getting 13 targets last week. Tennessee not playing great defense. I think Joe Burrow loves this guy, and I think Tyler Boyd's just playing really good football, so I like that. Now I'm noticing my lineup, not a lot of stars, but just a lot of good players. That's not something I usually like to do. I usually like to go a bunch of cheap guys and then just a couple stars, but we'll see how it works out, I guess. My defense, maybe my star. My I don't know, I don't have a sponsor for this, but my lock of the week for a touchdown, the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense against the Giants. Daniel Jones, he's something. He is something, All I know is Connor's not picking my team to win, and that's okay, Connor. I've won 3 weeks, maybe 4, maybe 7. Maybe I've won them all, Connor.
Maybe I'll just choose you on purpose now.
And the only time you've picked my lineup, I came in 4th. So, yeah. How about you suck on those? But yeah, that's my lineup. Kind of sucks. Kind of love it. It's passion.
All right. Well, this is unfortunate because I still haven't come up with a lineup yet.
Well, let me add to the fact that I want it to be known as a Carson Wentz defender that the Eagles are only favored by 7.5 points this week for one reason. And we all know it's Carson Wentz.
All right. Never mind. I got the lineup. I just left $100 on the board.
I did as well for mine.
I have $100 on the board for mine as well.
Someone had something in the chat. Josh said, or Connor said, Austin's team sucks. And Josh said, had to pee-pee.
Yeah. Connor doesn't love my team.
Sounds about right.
That's okay, because
I'm
I
back.
see only green on the right side here. I only pick players against green. That's
All right.
something what you love to do in FanDuel.
Well, it is time for the winning lineup, of course.
It
Say
wasn't
that every week. Do you win every week? No.
My
like 1 week.
non-sponsored lineup this week because I can't think of a sponsor off the top of my head. And by the way, Austin, I've won twice. All right.
That's true. It's true.
Anyways, bringing it back, my Stanley Steamer stack of the week this week is going to be the bad man.
Oh boy.
Aaron Rodgers at home against the Vikes for week 1 this year. He threw for 364-4 against these Vikings, and their defense has just gotten worse now that they've traded Yannick Ngakoue. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. And with my stack with that man, I went with Marquez Valdez-Scantling
Wow.
of a tournament
Disrespect.
in a bit of a tournament punt play here because this is also a tournament lineup that I'm submitting. So a lot of people are going to see the 7 trillion targets Devontae Adams got this last week flock right towards him. I'm not doing that, Now, Marquez Valdez-Scantling may say, oh, Zach, he got 4 targets this last week and caught no passes. You're right. You're right. But in week 1 against these very same Vikings, Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 4 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. I'm hoping for that big play. And if not, it's all right. It happens, Anyways, my 2 running backs here. Already brought up one of them. That's Jonathan Taylor. This Detroit run defense is stinky poo-poo. And I'm probably going to have Jonathan Taylor in my lineup every week moving forward because their schedule is very nice the rest of the season. My second running back is I actually went with a bit of a game stack here. My second running back. I just realized it, actually. I went with Clyde Edwards-Helaire as my second running back. People are going to be on the Le'Veon Bell revenge game. That's fine. I'm sure it'll happen. Clyde Edwards-Helaire still looks like he's getting them touches in this Kansas City offense. And I like it. I like it like that. My other 2 wide receivers are Keenan Allen, going to be peppered with targets. Not really much of a question there. And then I went with another cheap option here in Scott Miller as my 3rd wide receiver.
Scotty.
Scotty. I've heard both, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up, Josh. Let the
I've
man
never
talk.
heard Scott.
Is Scotty short for Scott?
I think so. Anyways, this past week, Scotty
Wait,
Miller.
hold on a sec. What
I'm serious.
is Scotty short for Scott?
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I said it as a joke, but I'm kind of serious. Nobody's.
Scotty is a longer name than Scott.
I know that is irrelevant to the term short.
His actual name is Scott.
I'm telling you that his actual legal name is Scott, and he
Yes.
goes by Scotty for short. And I know that sounds insane,
That's not
but
for
it
short.
actually is what you would say. It's for short.
No, it's a nickname.
Oh, it's for short. It's
No,
Scotty.
Bob
Austin-
is short for
Austin, right.
Robert.
First of all-
Scotty is not short for Scott.
First of all,
No,
I
Austin-
know. I know it's not
Mark,
shorter. but
Mark,
it's
if you look
for
him up,
short.
it's Scotty Miller. It really is.
No,
These
I'm not
No, I know,
denying
I know,
that. I'm
I
just
know.
I'm denying the use of the term short.
I'm telling you that the term for short is gone. It's just a term that means other name. Yeah,
Well, I don't like it. This is my old man stance of the week. I don't like it.
honestly,
anyways,
I agree.
Scott Miller.
Scotty for short.
This last week with a fully healthy receiving core had 9 targets, 6 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown against the Las Vegas Raiders. And guess who the Bucks get this week? The New York Football Giants without Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
Upset of the week.
Mike Evans, I can't tell whether or not he's washed or still injured.
I meant to bring that up earlier. Is he okay?
I don't think so.
I think
I don't
Tom
know
Brady
either.
doesn't like him.
Do you know that in the 4 games that he's played with Chris Godwin this year, he has a combined 55 yards?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Anyways, so I like Scott Miller here. My flex is Darrell Henderson, who seems to be the de facto starting running back for the Rams. He's had at least 15 touches in each of the last 3 weeks. And in a game they should be able to control on the ground against the Dolphins. I like it a lot at 6,100. And that leaves me with 4,600 remaining for my defense. My defensive lock this week on FanDuel, and that's the Eagles defense for the 2nd straight week against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Good.
Now,
I like it.
is that anticipating Ben DiNucci playing or?
That is, I don't care who's starting at quarterback.
Oh, Dak could start, and I'd like it.
That is.
They were
as
still
soon
turning the
as-
ball over 3 times a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is.
Who cares?
In the first half, you
Great
would make
pick.
your money on that pick right there. That's-
Odds are I don't know. I'm not 100% sure this lineup will stay. I think I kind of hate it, but we
All
will.
right.
Yeah, my lineup will
Okay.
change it here. I'll just
Connor.
flex
Yeah.
it into
You
winners.
got all your information there?
No, but I got it though.
Okay. Tell me what you like, Connor.
We're gonna go with the guy who just called me out, asking if I had the information. I love the 3-way Raiders stack. Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs. I'm a huge fan of Josh
If
Jacobs.
you ever want Connor to just pick your team, just pick fantasy players he owns.
I don't know his fantasy team.
You picked Josh Jacobs, so he picked you.
All right, cool.
Also Darren Waller. I no longer have Darren Waller.
Yeah, thanks for him, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm
Thanks for
big on
Johnny
the,
Smith, dickhead. Good thing I have Hawkinson.
Jonathan Smith's not even bad at football.
He sucks. He's a bum.
Well, I mean,
All right.
Okay.
So Connor going with me. Cool.
Yeah, Mark is the winner this week.
This is the first time Connor's picked
who
me.
do you think comes in last here, Connor?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
I honestly thought he was going to say me, just for the joke.
Yeah, all the viewers out there can suck it, okay? Ride with me, go to hell.
If you ride with Josh, you are going to finish last on average.
I changed my lineup.
Okay, here we
Not
go.
that it matters. I went with the game stack. I changed out Keenan Allen for Adam Thielen to run it back on the other side of that Green Bay game. And then I changed my tight end is now Hunter Henry against Denver. Bankable, like 6-7 targets a game, and Denver sucks. So,
All right, Connor, I changed my lineup.
and then I went with Kareem Hunt as my flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kareem!
I like that lineup a lot better. Anyways,
All right.
Connor's still picking Mark.
Yeah.
And I like Mark's lineup this week.
I think Mark can go to hell.
I,
How about
I
that?
think like Mark's
Thanks,
average finish has to be 2.5 at this point, right?
let's see here.
Yeah, if it's pretty. I finish
You
either
haven't
second or
won
third
or
every
come
week.
in last.
Mark has won once.
Oh, Mark won?
Yeah,
I
never
won
come in
one
last.
week. Yeah,
And never
He's
been
come
last.
in third 4 times.
yeah, and second the other times.
So let's round this out, right? Like I've
2 seconds. 4
I
thirds.
have 2 firsts, 1 second, 2 thirds, and a fourth. Mark has 1 first, 1 second, and 3 fourths. Josh has 2 seconds and 4 fourths.
3/3, you mean?
You have 4 thirds.
4 thirds.
Yes. Yeah, you said 3/4.
Oh, my bad. 4 thirds. Josh has 2 seconds,
Yeah, we heard, okay? 2 seconds and 4 fourths.
and then Austin has 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and a fourth. So I think if we added it up today, Austin is probably winning. And then I'd
Followed
probably
by Nunez.
go to venture say it would be Austin, then me, then Mark.
Mark, I just did the math on yours. You are averaging exactly 2.5.
Yep.
I think I'm winning.
Connor, you haven't been here that often, but as of right now, you have 3 points on the season.
Undefeated, undisputed.
All right.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Anyways, that has
Thanks,
been
guys.
it for the show. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at HotStoveWNYO. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and comment below. Was that who's just said that? Corey Seager?
Yep. No, Smith.
Will
Yeah, it was
Smith
Will
just
Smith.
hit a ripper out to left field.
Yeah,
A reaper.
I couldn't tell if it was going to be fair or foul.
Sure. Make sure to like and comment below if you're feeling spicy. Hit that bell as well to make sure you get notified for some other fire content coming up soon. We will be back next Wednesday with yet another episode of the Hot Stove Podcast. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.